Hello, and welcome back to another critical thinking episode. This time we're playing the Wisconsin in randoms instead of ranked for once. Rare occurrence for me. The Wisconsin is an Iowa-class battleship, one of, I believe, 4 that we have in the game currently. We have the USS Iowa, we have the Illinois, we have the Wisconsin, and the Missouri. So, the Wisconsin is the most recent edition of the Iowa-class battleships. It was part of a dockyard a year ago, give or take. It is a Tier 10 version of the Iowa. Some of the differences that it has compared to the base Iowa is that it gets increased accuracy by quite a bit. And it also gets a funny button, or F key, that does have to charge up. You can charge this up by hitting targets. I believe that if you don't hit a target for 40 seconds straight, then it starts to reset and you lose your progress on it. So as long as you're basically hitting one shot every salvo, then you'll continue to fill it up. Once you fill it up, it reduces your reload time by 50% for a little bit. So basically you get off another salvo quite a bit quicker. So, not quite as good as the French ships that kind of get that built in, and sometimes you can get off more than just 2 salvos with it. But still a really useful thing to have, especially on an American battleship. Don't see much of that at all. So. It also gets the DFAA, and it does get a spotter plane. I believe that I go over the build at the end, but if not, it's kind of just a standard battleship build. We're building into accuracy on that 6th slot, and then we're taking range mod on the 3rd slot just to improve our vertical dispersion. The captain build is kind of a very standard American battleship building for health and tankiness and durability. Nothing too special there. It is an Iowa hull, so you have to be very careful, especially at Tier 10. It's getting a little bit weaker compared to some of the newer battleships that we have with Libertad and German battleships and stuff. Nice little triple Citadel salvo there. Unfortunately, we didn't get another one, but you see, first salvo of the match, and already we're up to 50,000 damage. So not only can this ship hit hard with those 406mm guns, but it can hit accurate as well. Another broadside target out in front of us. I really considered shooting at that guy, but I wanted to try to finish off this ship here. So we got a pretty even split on this match. Our team is pretty well spread out across the entirety of the map. Same with the enemy team. At the moment, it doesn't look like anyone's too focused on any side. So hopefully we should at least have a fair fight in this match. Our DD smokes up there, so hopefully we'll still have spotting on these ships out in front of us. Taking a decent amount of damage, but believe that the Wisconsin does get that good American battleship heal, so we can continue to heal up pretty quickly. And yeah, so far both teams pretty much tied up. Not, kind of a slow start to the match. They did take this cap zone out in front of us. I presume that DD is out in the water somewhere close by. Still just hoping to finish off this ship that we triple Citadel at the beginning of the match, but he's just being stubborn. We will continue for a little bit to try to finish him off. Taking a little bit of fire here, and we are actually on fire. Jeez, yeah, I'm down to 500 health. Teammates aren't really helping with that either, but are on fire, are at about half health, are pushing up just a little bit here. Our team did score the first kill on the enemy, so we're just ever so slightly ahead. We're also capping a 2nd cap zone. Torps in the water coming towards us, easy to dodge. You can see them from a mile away. Totally whiffed those shots on that Massachusetts. He just turned out a little too quickly for us. And even though that we're down to half health, We have a pretty good presence on this side of the map, so and we have a pretty good heal, so we'll have no issue keeping up a healthy amount of health and getting a little bit of a free AR boost. Thunder shooting HE at us from range, trying to go ahead and hit his almost broadside. He's okay angled there, but do land a decent salvo on him. Get a little bit extra damage out. You can see their F key is now fully charged up. We'll wait and use that right now. Try to catch that thunder while he's broadside, because he expects us to be reloading. Fortunately, I don't remember how this shot turns out. It looks good. Oh, 1 Citadel. Okay, we'll take it. Better than nothing. But so yeah, our team is losing the middle cap. We are at risk of the enemy splitting our team in half, which should not be good. It looks like there might be 3 destroyers just right in the middle there, which would be an absolute nightmare for us. Another Citadel hit. If those destroyers kind of get right in the middle of our team or even split us in half, that could spell trouble for us. So our team has a very good presence on this side. We don't have the cap, but we're actually kind of winning this flank, so kind of the best thing for us to do here is to push aggressively forward as best as we can, score that A cap so that we can continue the points game, and we need to kind of shift over and start supporting our team at C, because unfortunately they're starting to lose that cap as well, and they're starting to kind of get pushed out of the area. So kind of funny that the enemy team capped this side, and yet they're clearly losing this flank, and our team capped that side, but they're starting to lose that flank. So a little bit of a mirror effect. We were down to about 1/3 health there, but you can see that we just have such a massive heal, and we get it so quickly too that we can just heal back really fast. So some shots out on the enemy ship, still not getting any hits, unfortunately. The accuracy is very, very good, but you do have that really slow American shell flight time, so you definitely have to account for that. I tend to play a lot of different ships from a lot of different countries, so it's a little jarring switching back and forth sometimes, but terrible dispersion on our part on that shot. Well, I mean, it was great dispersion, just not where we wanted it. It's only 1 shell hit, and it was ricochet. We do have a beautiful broadside shot on this poison here. Hopefully we'll be able to just nail him, at least take a big chunk off of his HP. Ships-wise, we're pretty much even now. Points-wise, we're not doing well. The enemy team has all 3 caps. I really need to get something going here. Surprisingly, we do have already like 68,000 spotting damage, it looks like, in this match in a battleship, so either we're playing too aggressive or it tells you kind of what type of spotting we're getting from our team. More shots out on the enemy Wisconsin there. 2 hits, nothing too special. We are almost up to 150,000 damage, partway through this match, a little more than partway through this match. Still, despite all the caps being in their favor, ships-wise, it's a very close match. Both teams have 3 destroyers this late in the match, which is great to see. But unfortunately, our team is just kind of spread out all over the place. We're really not in a good position. We've got teammates going way, way, way up north, kind of away from anything useful. So unfortunately they won't be able to help with any of these caps or help support these ships over here. Kind of getting pushed by the enemy Wisconsin here. He's not broadside, he's a little bit angled up. Hopefully we can still get off quite a bit of damage on this salvo and take him out. Definitely don't want him to retaliate. Unfortunately, he's just barely angled enough, and we do eat 4 ricochets, so taking a lot of heavy return fire, both from secondaries and primaries from the poison. He starts to turn out. We pop the reload booster and saved us there. Heal is going to come in clutch here. We can get another 800,000, 700-ish thousand potential damage, then I think we can get another heal. I think I've got that on this commander. trying to help out with that destroyer over there. Quite a ways away to be making hits on the destroyer, but we'll see what we can do. We do land 3 of those shots, so that's pretty good. That's a big chunk of his remaining health off. Hopefully that will help our team a little bit. We are actually up on ships now, but still we're 0 for caps. Poison rolling around the corner, completely broadside to us. Beautiful shot. And yeah, big hit, big one shot. Up to high caliber now, 2 kills, 204,000 damage already. Unfortunately, we're kind of stuck out in the open, and we're starting to get farmed by a destroyer. Bouncing most of these shells to begin with, but we need to go dark. We need to get out of here. No heals left, so not a whole lot of health left to work with either. We're going to try to back up out of here. Ships-wise, things are still looking good for us, other than the fact that everyone's so spread out that it's going to be really difficult to get support from them. Finally starting to cap one of these cap zones. But the enemy is just so far ahead on points, it's going to be really difficult to win this. We are up to 73,000 spotting damage. 1 enemy destroyer spotted over there. Can't see him over this island. Can't shoot over the island either. Unfortunately, our friendly destroyer there is not looking like he's in a good situation. And yeah, he got torped by an Elbing. Cool. Even on ships now, we are down a destroyer compared to them, which is not good. Especially late game destroyers really make a huge difference, and I know for a fact that at least one of their destroyers is very, very high health. I was pushing out here, riding on one of them to open up on me. I was hoping that I could just score some big hits on him. Shots out, slowing down, and land 4 hits. Ooh, and we do bait out the Elbing into the open. So, if we can survive the onslaught for just a little longer, we can maybe finish off the Elbing. Shimikaze's opening up on us. We're down to only 2,000 health. No heals. And we go down. So, couldn't quite pull off the kill on the Elbing. Our team is pretty spread out. We do have 2 of the caps now, but they're already up to 920 points. Things are just looking not so hot. So, yeah, now it's a 2-to-1 fight. They're way ahead on points by miles. We'd have to jump into that final cap zone basically now, which isn't going to happen because our Alvaro de Bazan went down. But either way, okay match. A little harder to kind of see what's going on when it's not a ranked match. A little harder to make individual contributions as well, but it's kind of as a good showcase of the Wisconsin, kind of what you can do with its accuracy and stuff. Did pull off 1,300 base XP on a loss, which is pretty decent. That Elbing and Hindenburg on the enemy team did really well. But yeah, so, you know, we kind of did what we could on this flank. We pushed up. We didn't take a whole lot of damage on really any hits. I wouldn't really say that we made any major mistakes in that match, but unfortunately that's just, especially in randoms, kind of how it goes. There's only so much that you can do to help your team, and even if you play perfectly, it's no guarantee that you'll win. Anyways, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this match, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.